Hey, Coach, welcome to our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe down below and click up above. That way you'll be notified of everything that kind of comes through. If you're looking to win championships, if you're looking to have a messy basement like this, but a basement like this, go down over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It's the resources, it's mentoring, it's the one-stop shop for basketball coaches. Go over and check it out. Have a great day.
Hey everybody, welcome. Happy Sunday. Sunday. Hope you're all having a great fall. I know I was outside yesterday raking leaves and picking up sticks most of the day. That's a fall thing in Wisconsin. Before we jump into today's podcast, I'd like to give a big shout out to our true sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the best shooting machine out there, bar none. Go over and check them out. Tell them Coach Colin sent you. They'll take really good care of you. I trust me when I say that. Just talking to somebody from out there recently, and then they'll give you $450 off, and they'll take really good care of you. I mean, we have 3 of them. We love them. They're the best. And then also, this week on Wednesday, I'm going to be running a master class. If you're listening to this in July, it's going to be hard, but go over to wintheseason.com. Wintheseason.com. Pretty excited about it. You won't find it anywhere on the website, but we're going to go spend a couple hours talking about, team management, roles and goals, practice planning, game planning, expecting the unexpected, planning for the unexpected, all of those things. It's free. I'm going to hand out, I'm giving you tons of free resources. I think it's like 50 resources and videos and all sorts of fun stuff. Just a way for me to give back before the season starts. So wintheseason.com, go over and check it out. It's free masterclass. Coach Wheeler and I, after I get off this podcast, are going to go talk about it, and we're pretty excited about it. So again, it's coming up this Wednesday, October 30th, 2024. If you're listening in the future, you can go over to wintheseason.com. I'm not sure it's going to be there, but you can at least sign up for a future one. So go over and help us out. And it's I don't know necessarily think they're a sponsor, but I wanted to make sure I talked about that. All right, so before I jump into it, let's talk about timeouts. I really wanted to kind of dive into timeouts as the season comes on. I want to start diving into some things that I think are going to be important for all of you as we kind of read into it. Why do we have timeouts? We have timeouts to change momentum. We have timeouts to regroup and adjust, tweak what we're doing, maybe go from a zone to a man. But I think the biggest mistake coaches make, and you can tell me, and I'd love to hear your comments. Coaches talk about the storm, but they don't help the players navigate the storm. And what do I mean by that? I kind of put that in the title. We go in and you say they're doing this and they're doing that, and you have a minute. You don't have time to talk about the storm and talk about that it's hailing outside and the boat is choppy and blah blah blah. You have to talk about how we're going to direct the boat, how we're going to get to a safe harbor, and how we're going to pull the mast down and use the motors or whatever metaphors you want to use. But I think that's as coaches, I think we don't use those 3 or 4 little teachable moments during a game the way we need to. We're always kind of in the chaos, and it goes back to the rule of 3. I've always talked about 3 things. They won't remember even 3 things in a timeout. The most important thing I believe you should say at the beginning of the timeout, and you should say at the end of the timeout. I'll give you a little golden nugget of some of the stuff that we do in a timeout. I meet with my coaches for about 15 seconds. I have my leaders or leader everybody gets a drink when they're sitting over there, and I'm talking about it for a full timeout, not a 30. And then I have them say something. Hey, we got to make sure that we're boxing out on those free throws, blah 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 blah, whatever it is. Then I come in, say my key point, help them navigate in that middle part, and then say it again as they're leaving. Communication breakdown is a big one. We've won a state title because someone called a timeout and they didn't have any. I have an assistant coach. I'll say this, but I have an assistant coach holding up how many timeouts we have and where the possession arrow is as they're walking out. Now, I've probably said that at the end. with a combination of what I'm doing, but I want to empower them and I want to make sure that they're talking about it. So again, we practice that as they're coming out. Hey, remember 2 timeouts. We got 2 timeouts. We got 2 fulls left. But preparation is the key. I think the art of communication, how quickly and effectively you can say what you want. You see the movies, you see the great diagrams, you see the things that are drawn up, but that's not reality. and you got to keep it short. You got to keep it, 1 or 2 key points, but don't overload them. I think that is the important part when you're implementing an approach to a timeout. So let me summarize what we talked about. How are you going to handle the beginning of the timeout? Are you going to talk to your coaches? Not going to talk to your coaches. What does that first 15 seconds look like before you get in there? Are you talking about the storm, or are you navigating the storm? Think about that before you jump in. Keep it simple. The most important thing you want to say at the beginning and at the end. You want to at some point let them know who has the possession arrow and how many timeouts you have as they leave, so they remember that. And not too many voices. I didn't really talk about that, but we want to make sure there's not too many voices talking at once. That can always be a problem. So I hope this is helpful. If you like these, let me know. I think it's important. Mastering timeouts is, you have those 5 things, you have those 5 breaks. We don't even have quarters, so I consider them even more important in our game. So let me know. And again, go over and check out wintheseason.com, go over and check it out. I think you're going to love it. John and I are pretty excited about it as my phone and my watch is beeping. All right. Have a great day. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Monday tomorrow.
Hey, Coach, so glad you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed it a lot. Actually, if you did, subscribe and like, and then go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better.